Hey you guys, Kleyne again. Thank you so much for having me. It's such a special day to have this international educators all together. I'm here from Nila and I'm really proud of it. I'm a Dutch hairdresser reporting to you from Amsterdam. And I do editorials, I work a lot with magicians, I work a lot with people in the salon, and I work a lot with Nila. So thank you for having me today. For those of you guys who don't know Nila yet, it's a brand from Sweden that is 100% vegan, cruelty-free, and a lot of the packaging is climate compensated and from plastic from the ocean. So I really love the fact that they're doing good for nature and everything is made out of love for animals, but it's still looking and working really cool. So always on trend, always fashionable, and always easy to use. So today I'm going to talk to you about the color Refresh, which is probably my favorite color from a product from Nila. And the reason why is because it's harmless and it's fun and it's really easy to use, and I love experimenting with my color and my clients' colors, but not in a harmful way. Since I have really long hair, I don't want to make it too strong on the hair or stuff like that. So about the color Refresh, it's a moisturizing hair mask. It's really softening the hair, it makes it shiny, so there's argan oil in it, and of course no sulfate or anything in it. So you have all these different kinds of colors and it looks really cool. You can see behind me how it would look in the salon, and clients really love it. They want to buy it instantly. So you can use it as a toner. So after highlights or for clients to bring it home, you can have really pastel-y funky colors like pink pop or anything, but also vanilla, which is a more softer color, and everything goes together. So you can mix wherever and whenever you want. And if some colors get too bold, you can also use white mix to make it softer. So it's really easy, playful, and cool to use. I always use it as a pre-pigmentation too. So if you want to go from blonde to dark, it's really easy to start with a reddish or a copperish or maybe a goldish color Refresh first before you start coloring dark. Since we're here today on this really creative international event, I want to go a little bit more funky. So not just one color and not just a bit of pastel, but go crazy, go creative. And I want to show you the new launch that Nila has, and it's two new colors. The first one is Dusty Pink, which is a really soft, muted pink. And the other one is more like a muted blonde. So a really beigey, sandy kind of soft blonde. So more of this later on. So next to me is Elena, and she is a makeup artist. And what I love about makeup artists is that they love to work with color. So she's in for something creative, and I want to show her that you can also use masks to do that. Her skin is really beautiful, really soft and smooth, so I can use either warm tones or cool tones, and I decided to mix them both together. I'm gonna go for splash lights, which means that I'm gonna start off with the roots, and I'm gonna do a next color after that, another color after that, and maybe even another color after that. And since they're not blending together, it's gonna be this really cool mixture of moving colors all around her hair. So I'm gonna start off by coloring the roots. For this I used 2 parts of lavender and 1 part of vivid violet. So you guys might be thinking that why is she doing this in dry hair since it is a mask and all? There's 2 reasons. I'm doing this really creative thing now, so I want to work really precise, and the easiest way to do it is on dry hair. And the other reason is that on dry hair the result is way more bright. So of course you can also use it and tell your clients to use it in wet hair, but if you want to go really bright or creative, you can also use it in dry hair. Make sure that the hair is clean though. for the second color, I'm gonna use Dusty Pink, which is one of the new colors of Marie and Nila, and it's more of a muted kind of pink. So it connects really well with the brighter purple we did before. And I'm gonna use it right underneath the color we did before, the first tone. And it's really important to push it really hard so that it goes really into the hair. Otherwise it gets too soft of a result. With this way of coloring and also with the texture of this product, it's really important to color either the front side and the back side. So you get really thin layers. You push it pretty hard. And you end in a sort of a line. And then when you've done that, you turn it to the other side and you see it's still a bit blonde, and you push it again. And then you go to the next one. And this way you color the whole head. And this takes a bit of time, I can see that, but it's really important for us hairdressers, especially in these times when everything is online and all, that we do something special for the client, something different. And I think our clients are willing to pay for this, since it's harmless for their hair, it's even good for their hair, and it's harmless for nature. That is really important right now. And how cool is it that you can still be super creative with it? So as you can see, I finished the second color and you see a little bit of a fade already. So we're gonna go for something really different now, so you get this splash light effect instead of a fade. And for that third color I used Bright Copper in a mix with Peach. So Peach is a really girly, soft, pastel color, and the Bright Copper is a bit more fierce. So if you mix those two together, you get a cool, nice blend. So as you can see, you can really see a difference now. So we're getting really creative here. And I want to do one final one, and that's probably the most used one, since Pink Pop is pretty bold, but it's really easy to use it in different mixtures. For instance, if you want to tone the hair, you can use it with vanilla or with white mix or with other pastels. So it's really a versatile color, but I want to use it how it is, so really fierce and really edgy. One final thing I wanted to share with you guys is that, as I told you, Marie and Nila is always really playful and fun in a way, and it has these tiny cute surprises, like for instance, every color refresh tone smells the way it looks. So for instance, if you look at this really bold, pinky, almost like raspberry ice cream kind of color, if you smell it, you really smell that ice cream. So they do that with every kind of color. So with chocolate, it feels really like an autumn evening or something. So make sure you smell them all. See, we have a final result already. The cool thing about these masks is that you can see, because they are pre-pigmented, right away what the effect will be. Of course, the softer version. It says that you can leave it in between 3 and 10 minutes, and of course I'm gonna choose 10. So Elena's hair is all rinsed off already and it looks really cool, and I'm happy to see how it goes. So before we start blow drying, I'm gonna use 2 products. The first one, I love this one, is the Quick Dry Heat Spray. So it's a heat protector that also cuts your drying time. So it will dry faster, and that I love that about it. And the other one is the Pure Volume Mousse, and this is especially for fine hair. It's with vitamin B12, it also strengthens the hair, and I love that because I want to make it healthy looking but still cool. When you use a mousse, always make sure that you use it section by section, because if you don't, it always happens ending up here or here and it gets sticky. And the part where you need it most is the roots, and also the part that is underneath the hair, so you get a lot of extra volume. All blow dried, so now you can finally see the end results, and I love it, and I hope you guys do too. What I love about it, and you can see it too, is that the hair is really happy and healthy and shiny because of the oil in all the color refreshes, and it gives her the chance to wear it differently every time. So when you move it differently, another color will pop up and you can be creative with it. So I love it. Great color, because it gives me inspiration to do even cooler styling. So don't go for less with your clients. You can also use this technique and choose more softer colors, but still be creative. So I'm gonna comb it. I'm gonna spray it in the way that you feel that it's there, but it's not wet or sticky. And then you use it in a horizontal way where the hair is on top of the curling iron. You twist it a bit and you leave the final ends out. So I did the whole hair like I showed you. So the hair on top and on horizontal, and the points out, and you twist it a little bit. And I decided to make the bangs a little bit crazy, so I did it with a curl iron to the outside, so that it gives it a little bit of a retro kind of feel. And now the fun begins. So we're gonna work it out, and I'm gonna do that with the styling spray, the one I used for the setting, and one of my favorites, Invisi Dry Shampoo. Great when you just colored your hair. I usually use my hand to make it a little bit extra defined, but then it sticks to your hand. So what I often do is I use this one, and then I spray first, and then I roll it in, because it's exactly the size of a good wave. See? So you can define it extra. So now the waves are finished. I'm gonna use a little bit of the Invisi Dry Shampoo. Now she's turned into this little cute elf with a touch of retro. always massage it a little bit after I use it so that you feel that the hair gets more tough and rough while you're massaging it. Please tell that to clients too, because a lot of them tend to use dry shampoo in the wrong way. This is my cute rock and roll elf. Hope you like it. I have two models today instead of one because I wanted to show you how versatile the product can be. And next to me is Cindy, and Cindy has been my model for ages. She also is a model, and I can actually call her my muse since I have tried all these different cool things on her. We've done the crazy stuff, we've done the funky stuff, so we decided to go for something warmish to show you how different that can be if you compare it to what we did to Elena. The inspiration is sunset, since she loves strolling around in the warm sunset, but it's getting a little bit autumny now, so we decided to mix all those influences and make something cool for you guys. So the mood is sunset, and to us it says more like a landscape-ish kind of color, so we're gonna use graphic lines, and we're gonna use colors like cacao red, which is also really usable on blonde hair since it has warm pigment to it, and bright copper, and sand, which is one of my personal favorites, and of course we're gonna top it off with the new one, the cool cream. Since Cindy wears a lot of black, it's cool to go a little bit more experimental with the color, so we're gonna go for an asymmetrical landscape to make the sunset effect. And we're gonna start on this side before the ear so she can see it when she wears it. And then we're gonna go to the other corner, so a little bit of every color will be seen on every side. So on the other side I'm going to do something totally different, and because of that I'm going to cover it first so you don't get any stains. It's kind of sticky, so you can just do it with a foil and it will stay. Then I'm gonna open up the top part and I'm gonna use half bright copper and half sand. So you get this really warm, copperish, autumny kind of tone on the other side. Not symmetrical, it's kind of overlapping like a landscape, and that's exactly what I was going for. So the part that is more copperish, more soft, is gonna overlap the other side a little bit. I love it when you create a unique experience for your client with a mood to it, so with a story. So we were talking about doing this sunset hair for her and more like a landscape. So if you look at it that way, then this part was the sand and this part was the rocks, and now it's time for the sun. So we're choosing the vanilla and peach together, so you get this reddish, soft, golden hour kind of sun. And I'm gonna create a half circle here, and the rest is gonna be the air, and that's gonna be the cool cream. Which is gonna be the air in our landscape, in our sunset mood. And this is a muted blonde, so it's not like the silver, so it's deeper a little bit and it's more creamy, so can't wait to show you guys. rinsed, and right away you see graphic lines, but still blended together in nice and warm and also cooler tones. I'm going to show you in a bit, but first I'm going to dry it. I'm going to use the quick dry heat spray because I love it so much. It's fast and easy, and still it protects the hair, but also a styling cream. I noticed that a lot of people find it hard to use creams on longer hair, but Marie and Nila has a lot of creams that suit any type of hair and also any type of length. Cindy's color is all done, and I hope you like it. I do. It's a totally different setting than my first color because this is more of a landscape color and also asymmetrical. So it gives you more of a surprise when you turn your head. And I love it that the eye has to travel. So you start from dark and you go a little bit lighter, and then there's warmth and then there's coolness. And it's still pieces stuck together instead of one big blend. So Cindy wears it a bit messy often, behind the ear, and she can play with how much of the darkness she's gonna show or how much of the spiciness she's gonna show. And I love that about this color. And you see she's wearing black a lot, so that's why I thought let's experiment a little bit more. But if you want to do something like this but then with more toned down colors, you're welcome to mix every color possible and also use the white mix to soften it up a little bit. How much fun it can be to experiment with colors without being harmful to the hair. Thank you Marie and Nila for asking me again on this wonderful project. It's always great fun with you guys. And thank you Andrea, it was nice meeting you and hope to see you soon. Bye!